It's August 2021 and I'm spending a few days being a tourist in my hometown. It does help that it's one of the greatest cities on the planet, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a born and bred Londoner. From its founding as Londinium by the Romans just 4 years after their invasion, through its Anglo-Saxon years as Lundenwic, and then the almost continual growth from Norman London to the modern global city it is today, the UK's capital is famous and infamous around the globe. Despite nearly 2,000 years of growth, the core of Londinium can still be closely traced today in the modern city of London, with original Roman walls still visible in a number of locations mixed in amongst the modern skyscrapers and still forming the boundary of the City of London. Close to the Tower of London, but as far back in history from it as the Tower's creation is from today, a large part of the Roman wall marks the eastern boundary. The Museum of London's current location, the Barbican, sits along the line of the London Wall, with many artefacts tracing back the 2,000-year history of the city. Beneath the modern towers of Bloomberg Space, back in its original home, is a temple to Mithraeum. And located underneath the 15th century Guildhall are remains of Londinium's Amphitheatre. Traced on the ground above by a black stone outline on the floor of Guildhall Yard. The traces of Anglo-Saxon Lundenwic are more difficult to find. Having decided not to use the abandoned Roman city, the Saxons set up shop further upstream in the area around today's Covent Garden. The Strand, a Saxon word for edge of a river, becoming the major route through the area before the settlement gradually moved back inside the walls of Londinium. But with the coming of the Normans, regained its importance as the key link between the commercial centre of the city and the political centre around Westminster. With the arrival of the Normans, the focus was very much back in the old Roman settlement, as the invading army made a show of their strength in constructing what would eventually become the Tower of London. Inside the 1,000-year-old walls of the tower, there are still parts of the 2,000-year-old Roman fortifications, sitting close to the White Tower, the symbol of William the Conqueror's power over his new conquest. Over the centuries, the tower expanded into the most powerful fortress in the country, playing a pivotal role in large parts of the history of the country, from the Norman castle to the favourite wife-dispatching centre of Henry VIII, the foundations for London Zoo, through to the modern tourist magnet. Meanwhile, 2.5 miles upstream in Westminster, the political centre of the country was being established around the Palace of Westminster. The modern buildings date from the Victorian reconstruction and, following several direct hits during the Blitz, a post-war rebuild, creating the historic riverfront facade. But a small part of the historic palace survives in the 11th century Westminster Hall. Heading back towards the commercial centre of London, and you reach the religious heart in St Paul's. Or more, St Paul's version 5. The original 7th century church burnt to ground within 70 years of being built, with its replacement burning down less than 300 years later. The third version suffered a devastating fire that destroyed it in 1087, before a new cathedral was built on the site. Of course, history repeats itself, and just shy of its 600th anniversary, the cathedral became the largest casualty of the Great Fire of London in 1666. The cathedral that replaced it, and still stands to today, is at St Paul's of Sir Christopher Wren, and if you take one of the Triforium tours to the cathedral, you can climb into the tower room and see the model that Wren built to show what his cathedral would eventually look like. It wasn't just St Paul's Wren worked on, he's responsible for over 50 other churches in London rebuilt after the Great Fire, but not all of them survived as well as St Paul's. A short distance away is the ruins of Christ Church Greyfriars, destroyed on the night of the 29th of December 1940 in one of the fiercest air raids that struck London during the Blitz. Its remains have been left as a public garden and memorial. Coming up, I explore more of London, from museums and bridges to overstuffed walruses and a garden in the sky.